Emotion enhancing your personal development. And let we have a little bit discussion from our dad. So, Dad, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay.
Good evening to our lovely viewers.
Okay. Thank you. So, today the topic that we are going to treat is current marriage breeze. Why current marriage breeze?
Why marriages are breaking.
Or how marriages are breaking? Okay. So, Daddy, I would like to ask you what we.
Okay. All right. Thank you for having me once more. And good evening to everyone watching. It's evening in Ghana, but I don't know what time you are watching it. Whatever time you are watching it, we extend our warm greetings to you. The question on board, or the discussion on board, why marriages are breaking these days, why there's an increase in marriage. Okay. I would like to start by saying that these issues of concern may not be exhaustive enough or might not be all round. We'll attempt to give some reasons and then some suggested solutions as to why these marriages are breaking and how possibly we can put a break to it. Okay, so I will start by addressing the God factor as a pastor and a Christian. We believe that Jesus Christ is the founder of all things. God himself created marriage. God instituted marriage. And the purpose of God for marriage, concerning marriage, is not for us to shipwreck or say that we move for some days and we break up. That is not God's intention. So I want to say that most often we don't start on the right route. We don't involve God. We don't include God in our decision to marry. And even when we get married, we don't involve God. Should I go on? I can go on. All right. And apart from the God factor, I want to talk about wrong foundations. Yes, or wrong information. Wrong foundation, wrong information, it can be the same. What do I mean by that? Times we marry for the wrong reasons. Yes, you watch a soap opera, you watch Kunkun Badia. Yes, and you have brothers and those things we see on TV. And you think that this is how marriage should be. You are thinking that, oh, marriage is supposed to be like this. This is what we see. Breakfast in bed, going for shopping, buying and having fun. You have the wrong information. You see a gentleman nicely dressed, you think that, oh, no lady would want to marry a type of a guy. I mean, normally when you ask them, who do you want to marry? They say, oh, Petinting, Coco.
People, they need to create the man by themselves.
They want to yes, most often that's what they need to have their spec or what they think their guy should be. They'll give some descriptions. But that will not really define whether your marriage will be successful or not, even though you cannot undermine what somebody would like to have. So wrong information, wrong notes. You meet somebody, it's like, what do I say this? People marry because those kind of infatuations. We are not able to differentiate between love and infatuation. Sometimes you see a guy because of his money, because of his car, you like the car. And that car makes you think that you love him. Makes you feel like, oh, because he's handsome, or Kasakra, because he's handsome, you think that you love him. I think if you marry on such notes, you are marrying on the wrong way.
So for what you say makes me remember something.
Yeah.
Like, also, I can say that how they start is also
Very important.
because say first, they eat breakfast in bed. We get to a certain situation or a certain position in life. When we have like a case and those kind
Yeah.
of things coming inside now.
Yeah.
That kind of breakfast in bed, on bed, no, bed,
Yeah, so better.
so that's it.
Yeah.
Then that one also can let our marriage have some
Okay.
breakage.
Okay. So because you have said this, I would have maybe said this maybe ending, but because you have said it now. So one other thing is that when we marry, like when the children come in, when other issues come in, we forget to spice up our life. That is very important, especially the men. When we marry, like oh, we don't even take our wives out. Right? We want to always be indoor and all those things. It doesn't spice up marriage, and I don't recommend it for you. And the women too, when they marry, when they give birth, when you are coming from work, you meet them breast chested. You meet them with their breast on, they wrap a cloth. They think that they've had what they want. They don't dress to, like, because he said it now. That's why I'm bringing those things in. Okay, so can we go to maybe something else
Yeah, you can go to
on why marriages break? I have a few points that I've jotted. So from the wrong information or foundation, I go to unmet expectations. You see, because you married on the wrong foot, you had different minds. Your idea of marriage is not what marriage actually is. So when you get into such a situation, you have what I call unexpected. Like you don't meet your expectations. You don't meet what you expect. You think that marriage is rosy. Our idea, love is sweet. Love, our idea is going up and coming down. As they're running around. Now time will catch up with you. When you marry, you know that oh, as a lady, there are some responsibilities that you can do. It's not always that your husband will take you out KFC for you to go and buy food and all other things. You have to at times, not at times, always cook. So maybe a few other times your husband will say, oh, let's go out. Then you go out. So when your expectations of what marriage should be, all the sweet, sweet, sweet things we hear, all the sweet, sweet things we see, even sometimes at church, when someone is about to get married and we are going to announce it, the pastors and then the elders in our setting will go like, oh, yeah, Asumesi, they mention your name, maybe Sister Mary, or Sister um, Lucy is very much blessed. Nyame Shirano. She's going to get married to a handsome man. The man is working. Oh, Nyame Shirano, Nyame Shirano. Then we all with joy and other things. So when someone is sitting single, thinking that, hey, we didn't go born Shirano. So the person marrying, getting into marriage, the excitement, the the joy, the pride, and all those things come in. Then we don't really look at what might happen in the future, what is really married, what marriage really is. So when we enter, you see that there are a lot of shocks. Yeah, when the shocks come, it means unmet expectations. So nyame anya wadoma. When your expectations are not met, you may back out. So it's one reason why marriages are breaking
Yeah,
somehow.
and I also think to be like we always be so much. Say and then my idea and Chana, you expect me to do the same thing. Whilst I try to help you in such a way that it's not my duty, but I do to help you. But don't put in mind that every day is mine
It's your duty.
to do it.
Okay.
And if I don't do it, it becomes like, oh, okay, then now see, I'll get a new guy. You see,
Okay.
that makes all. So, and the other one that I would say that we also become more dependent. And why do we be more dependent? If you are with a partner or if you are with a partner and you don't have a job, let's say you don't have a job,
Yeah.
and always you're dependent that he will buy you everything or she will buy you everything. It becomes so much dependent, and this kind of situation also can make.
Yeah. It's what you're saying is very true. So that is why the last episode we're talking about maturity. talked about financial maturity. It's possible that you start a relationship or marriage with a job. Along the line, you may lose your job. Those things happen. But you should be financially sound. Uh, so, um, losing jobs and becoming over dependent and all those things are the realities in marriage. You see, they are the realities in marriage. And most often, young people, we don't prepare for marriage. We put much preparation into the wedding,
Okay.
not the marriage. Like, I'll buy this, I'll wear this color, I'll wear this shoe. And from here, we'll go here, from here, we'll go here. The excitement that comes with the wedding is high, so high that we don't even think about what marriage proper is. But marriage proper is when at times you might lose a job or complacency might set in. I think what you said, maybe if I have to use a word, is complacency. So that if I, the husband, maybe I try in helping with the household chores, it hasn't become my total duty. Even though I'm supposed to help, it doesn't become a total duty. So same way, if the lady is working and the lady is helping with the housekeeping, money for housekeeping, it doesn't become the woman's total responsibility. As Africans and as Christians, Bible says the man is the head. And those things come to play when we marry. The man is supposed to do his best to find food, place food on the table. The woman is also supposed to do her best to do what is expected of her.
So I'll also like to say that too much of secretive or being too much secretive also can break down a marriage.
it's true.
Why? Because always I hide things with. I don't tell you anything. You don't know what is going on in my life, and actually, I want to know what is going on in your life. But for mine, I don't want you to know, and that one will come also hang up because if you continue doing that, it will be like no trust. There's no trust there.
This man is not married, but he has some experience. It's good. I think what you're saying is good. Communication comes to communication in marriage. Communication in every setup is very important. If you are not able to communicate well, it breeds what like your partner will not trust you, like you have just said. Mistrust. He will not trust you because you are hiding this, you're hiding that, hiding this, hiding that. Partner will not trust you, and it will bring issues. But there's one side to the issue too. You see, there could be other times one of the partners is saying the truth, trying to open up, but the other side does not want to accept. Amos chapter 3, can two work together unless they agree? So there could be situations or instances where maybe the woman is saying the truth, maybe the man is saying the truth, but the other party does not want to accept. You see, it might not be that he's hiding the truth, he's telling the truth, but like our law enforcement people do, when the police arrest you and they say, "Oh, my name Moshe," sometimes they will say the truth. Ain't that the truth will be that you say, "Okay, my name Moshe," but maybe I now name Moshe. See, sometimes when that kind of trust is not there, see, the break in communication brings the mistrust. But I hope that we'll learn that too as we try to make our marriages work. In fact, the purpose of this interview is not to break marriages now. So, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like us to wrap up by being coming out with our final statement.
Okay.
So for me, what I would like to share with you guys is when you are with somebody or when you get somebody that is your marriage partner, the things that you need to do is that being so much secretive is annoying, and you need to don't be also much too much how should I say it? MBA never so be so, and also in some way it's not good. So some way you are secretive, but some way you're not secretive. That one also is better. So, and please let me remind you this. Don't forget to subscribe it, like it, comment, and share. And share it. That one is very important for others to know what is going on here. We are we are in love with that, and your comments are welcome on our channel. So we love to see your comments. So I would like to go to my father to hear the final word for you guys.
My final word. I had one other point to
Okay.
say. So maybe I'll use that to wrap up.
Okay.
It's, we're talking about what make marriages break.
Yeah.
It's third parties.
Third
It's a
parties.
very important point. Third parties, being friends,
Okay.
family. Yes, most often. Um, maybe a lady in the house, there's an issue with your husband, or you would like to do comparisons with friends. You go and talk to, oh, my husband, hey, my husband has been giving me so much money. No, it's, hey, so I say, hey, then your husband, then you have to watch these actions. You have to, maybe it's not what is actually happening, but because you go to discuss with your friend might give you a wrong advice, which will in a way enlighten you. It will give you some illumination, will give you some light, so that you start suspecting your partner in one way or the other. And also third parties, I'll talk about in-laws and brothers, sisters, and all that. So while we marry, we should be careful how we include
Our friends.
our friends and family in our marriage setup. You cannot do away. You see, it's two things. You cannot do away with family when you marry. I'm not saying most often the women when they marry they don't want the gentleman's part to become. But this is Africa, this is Ghana, and this is what happens. So when we marry families, we marry into families. Yes, so we should be able to accommodate everybody, but it doesn't mean that you go discussing everything with those parties.
Wow.
Yeah, we should try and limit their involvement. They should know their lane. My mother should know her lane. My father should know. My in-law should know. My friends should know how much they can come, their limit. And when that happens, I'm sure God will help us, and then we'll reduce um, how how often marriages break. My last word is that please, um, you might be going through trouble. You might be troubled in your marriage, maybe because of some of these things that we've mentioned. It's not too late to start afresh. Yes. The devil, you know, is better than the angel you do not know. So it is better to try and work things out with your partner now. Try and then amend their wrongs. Try and maybe what you've been fighting over. Try and talk those things over and see how best you can work things out. Don't be in a haste to break up and go and marry someone else. You don't know what that other person might be bringing. So I want to encourage you. Pray to the Lord. Take your partner to the Lord. Tell God that this thing I want my husband to stop. He's not stopping. This thing I want my wife to stop. She's not stopping. God help me. Give me knowledge. Help me. Help my marriage work. I don't want to break up. I'm sure God will help you.
Amen. So, but coming Sunday is Father's Day, so we all wish you happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Now the advance. So God bless you for staying with us here. Now we have ended everything here. Please, this channel is called Motion, and its main purpose is for relationship and life stories. So actually, I want you to be with us by turning on notification bell. Please turn it up so that if you drop any video, you'll get it. God bless you and stay with us. Bye bye.